All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start out by saying, Call Hallah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakar Kadash. All praises to the world calls God and Jesus Christ. Their true names in the Hebrew is Yahweh and Yahushai. I want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. That's working out their own salvation with fear and trembling. This is going to be an exhortation, and like the scriptures say, through the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. So, that's what this video is putting out there for, is to, persuade those men that are meet for salvation, because we're coming in turbulent times. And as you can see on the screen, that this video is from RT News. It's called Russian Defense Ministry Unveils Footage of Futuristic Weapon Test and Development. And this goes right along with biblical prophecy, things that will be happening, and the Lord preparing the days at hand for his return. And it's going to be a lot of turbulence, man. The scriptures say that the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. It's going to be heavy distress out here. Anguish. People, it says men are going to cry like women in travail with child, man. So, without being further ado, I'm going to get into this video. Lord willing, it's edifying, man. Let's get it.
When Putin announced this new arsenal, it came out of nowhere. Seemed like sci-fi, overkill to some. But no, we now have videos of each.
Okay, he said Putin announced this new program, saying that all these weapons are being made right now. So this is Proverbs 21:1. It says, "The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth whatsoever he will." So the Lord is in charge of all these heads of all these states and all these countries around the world, man. He's the one pulling the strings, really. So here you have Putin amping up this military arsenal, and this goes along with biblical prophecy, because these things are ramping up, and the Lord is about to make his return. And before he does, there's going to have to be wars, rumors of wars, famines, earthquakes, and a lot of these things are already happening, man. But the Lord's getting it in the mind of Gog and Magog, to ante up.
Kinjal, or dagger in Russian, is a hypersonic missile, and it's fast, really fast. It flies at 3 kilometers a second, and if anything tries to shoot it down, it dodges too, maneuvering, flying in an unpredictable trajectory. World first, by the way, though the US plans to test its own analog next year. Sarmat. This is the overkill part. A new nuclear ICBM that carries, get this, 20 nuclear warheads.
Which this is spoken of in the scriptures, man. The scriptures tell you, all you that bend a bow, and we're going to get that, Lord willing, in this lesson, man. And it talks about nuclear missiles, man. It says, you know what? I got one right in front of me. This is Jeremiah 50 and 40. It says, "As the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, said Yahweh, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein." It says, "Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth, and they shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel, and will show no mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, every one put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon." So, these missiles are going to be like the lance. And if you think of a lance, it's a long, sharp instrument that's made to puncture and go through something, man. It's made to break down a person's defenses, man, because if you think about it, when they're doing jousting competitions, they have the lance. The person would have armor, and that lance was made to pierce that armor, you know? And this is just another example of it, man. There's many more nuclear missile scriptures in the Bible, man, you know? And I'm just going to keep this going, man.
Real ace, though, is its range, which is practically unlimited. Where past nuclear missiles had to use the shortest flight path and fly through air defenses, this thing can literally fly to the South Pole and back up to hit its target from behind. If, for whatever reason, you don't feel like flying through Antarctica, there's Avangard. It's designed to literally ram its way through enemy anti-missile defenses with speed. First, it's lifted into space, then its engines turn on, and it enters the atmosphere at Mach.
2 Ezra 16. Let me pull it up in the sword. The 2 Ezra is 16 and 7. It says, "May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Yahweh sendeth the plagues, and who is he that may drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? Yahweh shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence." You know? These things are going to happen. The Lord is going to use these as a plague upon the earth, man. You know? It tells you that who may turn them back, and it says, as a mighty archman bendeth the bow, man. So these things, these weapons that are being created, they're being created to hit their mark, man. You know?
20. That's roughly 7 kilometers a second. Poseidon, the Greek god of the sea, may be gone, but he's got a no less terrifying successor. A nuclear-powered torpedo that travels so deep and so fast, it's...
Let me get this. This is Job 20 and 24. It says, "He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through." And what is that talking about? These missiles, man. You know, the Lord's making many variations of these missiles, whether they be ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles, that are equipped with nuclear warheads, or whether they just be everyday missiles that can break sound barriers, man. And they're making them so fast and so quick that even these missile defense systems cannot catch them or shoot them out of the sky. So the Lord is coming through on his promise, man. It says, verse 25, "It is drawn out of the body. Yeah, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in a secret place. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle." So this is talking about Esau's destruction, man. And these missiles are part of Esau's destruction.
In theory, undefeatable. Burevestnik, a new nuclear-powered, nuclear-capable cruise missile. It's literally powered by a nuclear reactor on board inside the missile, meaning it's got indefinite range so long as the reactor has fuel. It can stay airborne, float around and around until the opportunity to strike. combat lasers have always been a cool science fiction gimmick, but they never really got going. The science and technical requirements were too great, until now, it seems. Peresviet, named after a Russian warrior monk, is a laser weapon system designed to deliver incredible amounts of energy in a small area. So shoot down or melt down an incoming drone or jet or shell, for example. Other than that, not much known yet. Now, one might ask, isn't all that just begging for an arms race? Is Russia itching for a fight? No, says Putin. It's all about balance. Balance means peace. Before, things were even. Russia and the US had nuclear parity, mutually assured destruction. Then, after the USSR collapsed, NATO began to expand, began to field new weapons that could destroy Russian nukes. What Putin unveiled is Russia's answer, a return to military equality, status quo, a return to balance.
You know, so this is the Lord pulling the strings, man. You know, and we're gonna get into some of these scriptures, man. This is Ezekiel 21. And I started at 9. Again, the word of Yahweh came at 8. Ezekiel 21 and 8. Again, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith Yahweh, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. You know, meaning it's being perfected. A sword is being perfected, and it says in the book of, I believe it's Deuteronomy, it says, if I wet my glittering sword in heaven, and it be bathed in blood, it shall come down upon Idumea. You know, the Lord is going to wet his glittering sword, and this is part of it. It says, it is sharpened to make a sword slaughter, it is furbished that it may glitter. Shall we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as a very tree. It says, and he hath given it to be furbished that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. So, you know, the Lord's giving his weapons unto the wicked, man. He's giving these weapons for the purpose of sending these plagues upon the earth, man. For all this evil that's been pushed out. Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of Yahweh power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. And the sinful kingdom is the U.S., man. Babylon the Great, man. You know, burn down Babylon. You know, like it says on Luke Cage, man. This has to be. This has to happen, man, because the wickedness that's happening out here is just so high. You know, the Lord has to judge this place. It says our sins have reached unto heaven. It says, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Israel, saith Yahweh. You know, so Israel, you 12 tribes of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the confusion of face, they're going to look at like these other nations, but their lines go back to Israel, and their spirit vibes with this truth for what it is. You know, the Lord is going to save a remnant of them, but, you know, this whole world is going to have to get lit up, you know, and more importantly, the whole United States, Babylon the Great, is going to have to get lit up because the wickedness that's being pushed out here, man. This is Joel. Three, and I'll start at 7, I think. You know what? Yeah, I'll start at 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that they may might remove them far from their border. Behold, I shall rise them up out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for Yahweh has spoken it. So all this wickedness that Esau's done, thinking that he was getting back at the Lord and fucking up his people, the Lord's going to sit here and put you in slavery. The Lord's going to let the 12 tribes of Israel, starting off the so-called Negroes, down to the so-called Latins and Native Americans, the Lord is going to allow those people to get the upper hand, come into rulership, put you into slavery, sell you like you sold us, and put you in hardcore bondage. Now, verse 9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong, man. And it's happening right now, man, because all these other nations are buying up these missile systems, whether or not it be from the U.S. or whether or not it be from Russia. But everybody's getting an armory. Everybody's ending up, man. Everybody's ready for this war. And the Lord's going to put it in the heart of all these rulers, man, to get this shit going. That's why all these missiles are being made. That's why new tech for these missiles is being brought out. That's why it's being pushed out on the forefront. It's not being put out there for people to just have it in their arsenal and never fucking use it. Just go in there and dust it off once a month and shit. No, these things are being made to be used. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, the valley of the Lord's judgment, man. The valley of troops, man. He's gonna have all these people come and to get judged, man. Mountain of troops, man. All this stuff is gonna happen, man. It says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about, man. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come and get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of Yahweh is near, in the valley of the decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining, man. Meaning the Lord's going to put the sickle. The sickle is really talking about this destruction, man, because, what do you do when you put in the sickle? You cut off. You put it in, you reap. Meaning the Lord's going to be sitting here threshing a lot of people, man. It's Isaiah 54. Try to move a little quicker through this, and then think this is going to go that long. Isaiah 54. Start at 14. In righteousness shalt thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear, and from terror it shall not come near thee. Behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. So whoever is going to come against us is going to fall, man. Verse 16, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals. The smith that bloweth the coals is talking about these scientists, the ones that split the atom, the ones that are engineering all these new tech for these missile systems, and that coal is used for the fire and the smoke. It says, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy, man. And ultimately that waster is the nuclear missiles. But then again, the manifold wisdom of the Lord, it's not only talking about those nuclear missiles, man. It's talking about all these other missiles, man. Everything. Landed on Jeremiah 50. And 14. It says, put yourself in array against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. You know what? I'll start at 10. It says, And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, said Yahweh, because you were glad, because you rejoice, O you destroyers of my inheritance, because you have grown fat as a heifer at grass and bellow at bulls, because you've gotten all these riches and you fucked up the children of Israel to get it. You know, the Lord's saying you're going to be spoiled by everyone, man. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. And who's the mother of America, man? Great Britain, you know. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be as a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert, because of the wrath of Yahweh. It shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Put yourself in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against Yahweh. You know, every one of these nations are going to waste the tank, man. Everybody's going to empty the clip on this place. And we're coming into a time where the Lord is going to put this judgment on, and it's evident. It is evident, man. This place is going to go down in a blaze, and it's all through the power and glory and wrath of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, man. So with that being said, I hope this was edifying, you know, let you know the times we're in. And for you to see that this destruction is drawing near, man. I want to say, call halal, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, and peace and mercy to the whole elect. Shalom.